I gotta tell you something that's gonna disappoint like 90% of you watching this. Becoming a millionaire is not exciting. I know, the thumbnail probably got you here with some secret hack nobody's telling you about. There isn't one. What there is the actual truth about what happens between having $0 and having $1,000,000. The boring years, the plateaus, and the real math that gets you there. Let me put you onto someone real. Angela was 24, had $340 in checking, made $41,000 a year, and about $18,000 in student loan debt. Net worth? Negative $17,666. 22 years later, at 46, Angela crossed $1 million. Here's the depressing part. That's actually the most important thing I'll say. For the first 12 of those years, her net worth barely budged. She did everything right, saving, investing, paying down debt, and progress looked embarrassingly slow. Then around year 13, her growth stopped looking flat and started bending upward. By year 18, it was bending hard. The last 4 years added more than the first 18 combined. That's not luck. That's literally how compound growth behaves. And nobody explains it honestly because nothing happens for a decade doesn't sell courses. Today, I'm walking you through the real timeline, the real traps that make people quit right before the curve bends, and what separates the people who get there. Stay with me. Real quick, the started from zero narrative is usually a lie of omission. Most people start below zero. Roughly a third of Americans under 35 have negative net worth once you factor in loans and credit cards. If you've got $20,000 in debt, you're not starting from mile zero. You're starting from negative 2 years, since paying that off typically takes 18 to 30 months. That's not a reason to spiral. It's a reason to be honest, instead of comparing yourself to some fictional person who started clean. Phase 1 for real is just get to zero. Not a million, zero. Skipping it and jumping straight to how do I get rich is how people end up investing while carrying 24% credit card interest, which is mathematically one of the dumbest moves you can make. Phase 1, $0 to $100,000. The hardest part. Dollar for dollar, this is the hardest and slowest stretch of the whole journey. Not because the amount's huge. Compound growth is basically doing nothing yet. It's all you. At $800 a month and a 10% average return, it takes about 7 years to hit $100K. In year 1, your $9,600 in contributions makes up almost your entire $10,050 balance. The market only added about $450. That discouragement is based on accurate math. The market genuinely isn't pulling weight yet. But that same $800 a month over 25 years instead of 7 doesn't just produce a bigger number, it produces a categorically different one. Because by year 20, the market's contribution dwarfs your own. You just can't see that from year 3. You gotta trust math you can't observe yet. This is exactly where most people bail. Not because the strategy failed, but because it's invisible for years before it clicks. Phase 2, $100,000 to $300,000. The math starts changing. Something legit different happens once you cross 100K. A 10% return is now $10,000 a year, more than a lot of people's entire retirement contribution. For the first time, the market's pulling roughly as much weight as you are. Same $800 per month pace gets you to around $250,000 by year 15. Similar time frame, but double the dollar growth. Here's where it gets psychological. You start seeing real market swings for the first time. A 15% drop on 30K is a $4,500 paper loss. Annoying, but survivable. That same drop on 200K is $30,000. And that number in one bad month makes a lot of disciplined people panic sell. The average investor underperforms the market itself, not because of bad products, but because of behavior. People buy high out of excitement and sell low out of fear. The skill you need here isn't financial, it's emotional. Watching your portfolio drop by the price of a used car and doing absolutely nothing. Phase 3, $300,000 to $600,000. The acceleration nobody sees. Same pace gets you from 250K to 585K in roughly the same 7-ish years phase 1 took, but more than double the growth.
Here's a wild one. You start making more from your investments, doing literally nothing, than from a real chunk of your working hours. At $400,000 invested, a good year adds $40,000, 0 extra hours worked. That messes with people's heads if they've spent 15 years building an identity around being a hard worker. And some respond by getting reckless because the money starts feeling like play money. The trap here is lifestyle inflation, dressed up as enjoying your progress. Nicer car, bigger place, telling yourself you earned it, while your savings rate quietly craters, even as net worth keeps climbing from market growth alone.
Phase 4, $600,000 to $1 million. The fastest stretch. Nobody talks about this phase honestly because it flips. It gets harder as it gets bigger on its head. Going from 600K to $1 million takes roughly 3.5 years, way faster than any phase before it, despite being a bigger dollar jump than your entire first decade combined. Let that land. The last $400,000 took 3.5 years. The first $100,000 took 7. Same $800 a month, same discipline. You covered 4 times the distance in half the time because the base compounding's working on is finally huge. This is why the first million is the hardest is true. Not because it takes more effort, but because it takes surviving 20 plus years of something that looks broken and trusting it exactly when it starts working like crazy.
Real talk. Everything above assumed $800 a month. Do $400 instead, and you're not looking at a slightly longer road. You're looking at roughly double the time. Bump it to $1,500 and it compresses hard. $1 million in about 20 years instead of 28.
I'm not saying this to discourage anyone. If your timeline doesn't match, that's usually just arithmetic, not personal failure.
What matters way more than the raw number is your trajectory. Someone who increases their contribution as income grows will often beat someone who stays flat their whole career. Real quick, the specific trap at each phase. Phase 1, the invisible progress trap. Track contributions separately from your total. Phase 2, the first real scare. Decide your reaction to a drop before it happens. Write it down. Phase 3, lifestyle creep. Recalculate your savings rate as a percentage annually. Phase 4, underestimating how close you are. People still doing phase 1 math make unnecessarily conservative calls when they've got way less runway left than they think.
The people who actually make this journey, not the lucky ones, the ones who built it through the boring process, describe getting way less reactive to short-term news because they've lived through drops that felt catastrophic and turned out to be blips. And almost universally, they describe the milestone itself as anticlimactic. Crossing $1 million is usually noticed in a spreadsheet update, not some cinematic moment. The number's symbolic. It was never a real line in the actual math. If you're chasing that moment, you're optimizing for something that genuinely doesn't deliver the payoff you're imagining. If you're doing it for who the process makes you, the number becomes almost beside the point by the time you get there.
So let me bring this together. Going from 0 to $1 million is not a hack. It's not a secret strategy. It's realistically 20 to 25 years of a process that's mathematically simple and psychologically brutal. The first 100K is the hardest. Most people quit here because it's genuinely hard to keep doing something that looks broken for years. The next few 100K brings real volatility, and the skill is emotional. After that comes lifestyle inflation, while net worth's still climbing. And the final stretch, weirdly, moves the fastest because the market's finally doing more work than you are. If you're early in this right now, I want you to genuinely hear this. The years where nothing seems to be happening aren't proof it's not working. They're literally the years the whole strategy depends on you surviving.
The curve bends. It bends for everyone who stays in it long enough. It just takes longer than anyone wants to admit. I want to hear from you. Where are you in this journey right now? Roughly. And if you've crossed a milestone, was it as anticlimactic as the research says?
Drop it in the comments. Thumbs up if this gave you a more honest picture than you had before. Subscribe if you want more actual math, no fluff content like this. See you in the next one. The math works. It just needs time you'll wish you'd started giving it sooner.